So we got a channel first here. We have a game of Age of Sigmar. There's Felix. And we're
so excited.
I know, right? Channel first. Woo!
Spiky bits. Make sure you stay in the trenches by becoming a supporter over on Patreon and also scoring yourself some free miniature swag in the process. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out our site, spikybits.com, for all the hot hobby tutorials, news, rumors on all your favorite hobby topics. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.
So what do you got over here? These look like orcs.
They are definitely orcs. They're tough orcs. I will say one of the things I like about them is that they have a lot of wounds, so I can bring a lot of, essentially, I got like a bunch of wounds
like
on not many models. Exactly. I have a low model count army for an orc, but it still feels orky. So really I got 3 squads of the orc brutes.
Okay.
They're face painted so you can tell them apart.
Oh, so that's a good idea.
All right. And then they brought the orc gore grunters, which I'll be honest, really are my favorite models with their little beards. But they're gonna go. All of them together are making an iron fist, which gives them the benefit of being able to move in the hero phase an extra d6. It's kind of nice. And then for my heroes, I went ahead and brought the air traffic controller himself.
Right.
The I forgot his name. The War Chanter.
War Chanter, yeah. I was going to say War Dancer, but
War
that
Dancer.
wasn't right.
Swingy Chinese dancer. and then, of course, the War Boss himself, with all his wounds coming in fresh. I really love that model. I wish they would make more like it. They were different, but, you know.
Okay, so for my army, well, I have 1,000 points, and it's a lot of Nurgle guys here, disgustingly awesome looking. So I got a squad of these plague flies, a great unclean one anchoring the formation, which is the demon cohort of Nurgle, and a little hero herald guy from the 40k side, but don't tell anybody that, it's just us right here. And then 2 squads of 10 plague bears and a big 20 block in the back right there, because their ability is negatives to hit if you have 20 or more, but I had to field 3 units of them to get my formation, so unfortunately after I lose a guy, I'll lose that ability. I got some cool stuff though with the artifacts. I'm taking a Crown of Conquest on this guy, so we can do no battle shock test twice, or no battle shock command twice, which I think is pretty dope. And this guy has an extra wound because he is a hero and he is in the formation, so I get that out of the new General's Handbook there. I think that's all my cool stuff besides my patented Nurgle resiliency. So here's the mission. We're going to play Blood and Glory. This is out of the new General's Handbook for the Age of Sigmar. And I picked this one because it's kind of got, to score the objective, it's kind of got like the demonic incursion thing where you can touch the objective, and then even if you go away, you still technically have it until the enemy comes over and controls it back. Where is it? Let's see. So the objective remains under the player's control until an enemy is able to gain control of it by having a unit within 6 inches of it at the end of the turn, even if capturing models later move away. So I really like the wording there. I wish they did more stuff like that in 40k, but that is what it is right there. So we're gonna play that one, and both players have to roll dice to see which side they set up on. So let's do that real quick here. I got a 2.
Long War.
That was almost a long war.
I'll take it.
So, I assume you're just going to set up over there on that side?
Yeah, I'm already over here.
They're pretty equal, but the good thing for you, Felix, is that you now get to choose who gets to set up first.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's just starting with the player that won the dice to determine territories. Now, whoever finishes setting up first, because we go back and forth, one model at a time, gets to choose who goes first.
I really like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty neat mechanic there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 units. How many you got?
I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I lied. No, yeah, 6. Three orc brutes, the 2 heroes. I can't even count. And then the...
I know, counting's tough. Counting costs extra.
I went to school in California.
Yikes. So it looks like if you start signing up first, you'll get done first. So you'll actually be able to choose who gets the first turn. So I was just trying to figure out how far I moved, and I remembered, oh yeah, I got my Age of Sigmar app. So if you haven't downloaded the Age of Sigmar app, it's actually pretty fresh. So you can go in here, you can click on Chaos, obviously on Demons and Nurgle, which is super helpful, right? So then you basically toggle what you want to put in your battalion or your battle, whatever you want to call it, by clicking those hammer icons over there. And once you do that, you just click on My Battle, right? And then it goes into all of the things that you have selected. So there's my cohort, there's my dude mans, and now if I want to read what's going on, I just hit the little page button, and boom, there's my data sheet. Super sweet. So you can do that kind of, you can scroll through it and see all of your data sheets right here. So you get all of your stats. So if you haven't, it's a free download. Now they're going to want you get the basic data sheets for free, but for all the missions and some of the battalions, they're going to charge you, but you know, it is cheaper than getting a book, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I may have stymied the orcs there for a turn. Didn't get what happened here. So you moved up a little bit with your hero phase run special ability, but you didn't get too far that you could actually charge me, I feel like.
Well, part of that was I left the dice rolls up. If you wanna peek them in the video, you can. Essentially, I had these orcs on the far right. My plan was to actually bring them back towards the middle. I wasn't actually going to go that way.
Okay.
But my middle guys over here, my main group of 2, they rolled 2. I rolled the snake eyes on one guy and then double 5s on another. So, I mean, I probably could have had them up closer, as really within 2 inches, combined with the run phase, but I didn't think I was going to be able to make the assault. And while I'm hoping for a double turn, I'm really not thinking I'm going to make it, except for my gore grunters. I'm kind of leaving them out there. I did roll almost 10 inches. They probably would have been an inch away. So I'm kind of out there, but I feel like if I do double turn, I have enough between my hero phase and my movement phase, it'll be enough to get me within striking distance if I can get this double turn.
Well, let me tell you about how Grandfather Nurgle rocks the Age of Sigmar. We're slow and purposeful, or relentless, or whichever the worst one is. We're just going to kind of spread out and figure that we're going to get hit, or we're going to get an extra turn, and then we're going to get hit. But either way, we're getting hit. I'm just trying to leapfrog you with my little buzzes here. So that's my extremely tactical battle plan here, and let me tell you what, it is super refreshing to just play like that. Let me tell you. So, well, it's all down to the initiative roll here, because unlike 40K, you may get to go at the top of the order 2 in a row, like you alluded to.
I'm a white dice of a 1.
You got a 1, and I got a 2. The best 2 I've ever rolled in the history of ever. I don't think I'm going to do much, though. Man, so turn 2 is in the books here, and there's a few less Nurgling or Plague Bears on the table, I feel like.
They're still holding strong, though. They're surprisingly pretty resilient, because they held up against 600-something points of orcs, and they're still hanging out, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously this is, we're all new to this. I took a formation that I took it, well, it was free, so I like that. but I didn't realize that my Plague Bears automatically reroll their 1s for their saves if they're within 7 of a hero, which they pretty much all are right now. So I kind of took this formation, I kind of locked myself into this army, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't need to do that. And now that we're talking about objectives, I could have deep striked, well, they don't call it deep strike, but it's basically deep strike. I could have deep striked some Nurglings or something in the back there. So now I'm starting to kind of revise my whole army order of battle as we go. But it's cool to see how resilient they really are, holding up, like Felix said, against, 600 points of Orcish brutes right there. So it is about to go to the battle round 3. So we're going to roll, see who gets the initiative here. Oh, wow. You got me that time.
We can't roll very high, okay. which is actually interesting from my point, because now I kind of had a net against your flies, but if I kind of go forward and advance, I kind of lose that backfield presence. So that's actually kind of interesting on my end. But
well, there is that. Like, they're only movement 8, so I feel like you're not a huge threat of them getting by you quite yet. Now you can retreat, and you can retreat forward, but you can't be within 3 inches of me, of my models, which I don't feel like you'd be able to do if you retreated forward, and then you would not be able to charge. So that's kind of a detractor for you. I feel like you don't have any throwaway units to try to break through my line right yet. So you're kind of all bogged down. So I don't know. This is going to be a really interesting turn. I think this is going to be turn 3 is basically going to be the turn that kind of sets the I guess tempo for the rest of the battle. I feel like here.
yeah.
Okay, so a couple of things here. This is the bottom of the 3rd battle round. I feel like we should have done these at each of our player turns. We'll definitely adjust that for next time, because a lot of stuff happened and we're like, oh, well, meh.
2 combat armies in the assault phase. Who would have thought a lot of shit?
Yeah, so we'll adjust that for the next video, I feel like. But a brief synopsis, Great Uncloon one is a bad, shut your mouth. He does the Lord's work, and he took 2 wounds last combat phase, or last battle round, and then regenerated them, and he took 3 more. He may regenerate them, who knows? He gets to regenerate D3 every hero phase, which is swell if you're, Team Chaos. Lots of the guys piled in, but it turns out the Buzz Plague Flies are actually pretty decent at combat. Any 6s become mortal wounds. They have exploding 6s. So I got 2 of those, and that helped. That kind of helped clean up the what was it? White paint.
White war paint. Yep.
White war paint over here, and then I moved them in this direction so they wouldn't be able to get consolidated in on or piled in on 3 inches with these guys, because you can kind of, when you make your pile-in moves, you can make them in any direction. You don't have to, as long as the first guy goes towards the closest, which I did do. So this back guy kind of lollygagged this way, which I think helped me out a little bit. And then these guys were kind of going around trying to come to grips here, because in Age of Sigmar, there's elevation, so that's basically 3 inches up and 3 inches over, 3 inches down for range. So he wasn't really going to do it, so he ran that way around, right? I feel like. But still, lots of combat. I'm still holding these 2. We're going into the battle round of 4. If I can break free, if I get a lucky roll right here,
this is pretty big.
This is pretty big. I could maybe get to the backfield and hold an objective and have more objectives. But I think you have to have all of them to get a major victory. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're going to try it, maybe, depending on what we roll right here.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a long war.
Ooh.
The tide of battle might be swinging in Papa Nurgle's favor, I feel like. So we started doing it. It's let's see. So it's the 4th battle round. This is going into Felix's turn. So turn 4 for Felix on the 4th battle round. So trying to say it all right, Gotta make sure we're making the right, we're doing our curtsies and with our pinkies out and doing everything proper.
Gotta have the pinky out.
So I did get to go first, which was nice.
Not for me.
Yeah, not for you. Took a beeline over there to try to take that objective, to try to have more objectives. Because now at this point he has to clear me off of these, because I still have them, because that is the mission, this particular mission. That's how it works for this one. The Great Unclean one did great unclean things and took out some guys here. So he did a couple wounds back, but hopefully we can clear those off at my next hero phase. But over here, he's got almost a full squad and a war boss getting ready to do something. Plus this guy's going to get to pile in as well. So just got to hunker down and hold the line, I feel like, at this point. What's your battle plan?
Kill stuff.
Spoken like a true orc.
There's really not that seizing. That seize back was really, really brutal for me.
Well, it was gonna turn one way or the other at that point.
Yeah. I was basically my heroes are really out of position. They haven't done much but buff. The War Chanter, the War Boss is just really just hanging out, watching the scene unfold before him. He needs to get into the battle. Whether or not he'll be able to even hit anything this turn or the next turn remains to be seen. But that's a problem.
Definitely food for thought. So that was Felix's turn 4, and he did some damage.
It was productive.
Yeah, no, I don't see how you can say it wasn't. Lost a Plague Fly, but hopefully they still got the reach to get over there next turn.
The War Chanter did take 4 wounds from the Plague Fly, so he's only got 2 left.
Yeah, he did. He took a hurting, but so did the Plague Flies too from all those guys running in there. So I feel like I need another go first. Going into battle round 5 here, and these guys are still holding strong, but probably not for much longer. So we need a lot going for us. This is the last turn. It ends on 5 after the 5th battle round. So here it is for initiative.
Black.
4.
Oh!
That's gonna help. That's gonna help the war effort. The forces of Nurgle took advantage of the fortuitous initiative roll here and ran back here to this objective. You can actually run even if you're a flying creature. It adds to it. So we got a 10, we jumped over here, we jumped on it. He can't really get through that building, so he elected to, well actually I guess we were just stuck there. So, but I did charge in on him. And we're doing some fisticuffs, call us a couple of wounds. Now over here, we just decided to murder shuffle, and
It's not looking
who's
good.
winning so far?
So 6 wounds are on the Orc War Boss.
Okay.
He's got 7. So there's that.
Oh, so out of the 10 that the Great Unclean One has, he has taken 2.
Yeah.
Okay, but your guy can regenerate wounds, right? During the hero phase?
No.
Oh, too soon?
I feel like you've taken 10 wounds already.
I think I have. I literally think I have.
That regeneration.
I know
is
I've
madness.
regenerated at least, I can think of 2, 3, 2, so quite a bit, at least 7 already.
Yeah.
And then over here we're still barely holding strong. We're like poking at these little guys, just hoping to survive. So this is it. This is Felix's turn. This is your moment for glory,
Or not.
or just to kill some stuff. So Felix, Warboss Felix, in his infinite wisdom, has elected for his Warboss, his avatar on the tabletop, to go first in this combat.
It went pretty well so far. I wogged myself. There's nobody else to wog, so I wogged myself. I rolled a 1. I got 1 extra attack. So it turns out that's pretty good.
Yep.
Well, I get +1 to hit. I'm sorry. I don't get 1 extra attack. +1 to hit.
Better than.
Oh,
+1
no. The
attack.
hero ability. Actually, I got both. I got +1 to hit with hero ability, +1 attack, which was good. I ended up landing 4 axes and 2 fists. So there's a potential of 14 wounds on here. Whether or not that's enough to bring down Nurgle, we don't know.
Okay. So what are these right here?
Those are
What's
the
stats on that?
D3.
Those are the D3.
-2 rending.
-2 rending. So I don't have my Mystic Shield up because I used his Plague Wind to take out your War Chanter. So I'm 4, so I need 6s on that. No rerolls there, but I can. I have basically a Feel No Pain roll. So D3 gets through right there.
Yep. Here comes the D3. That's 3. I needed
Okay,
that.
so now we're up to, he's taking 5 wounds. Okay, now we got 4 saves, and what's the stats on that?
Those are 2 damage each, -1 rending.
So I'm up to a 5 up.
Oh.
And Feel No Pain on those guys, which is a 5 up for me.
2.
So 1 gets through, and that's 2 damage.
Yep.
So we go to 7.
Womp womp.
Out of 10. Still hanging tough. I'm gonna elect for him to go.
Oh snap!
I don't have his stats memorized, but I'm pretty sure that, let's see, with 7 he's gonna take some damage, because if you check it out on here, then you got this chart here. It's like hero clicks. We start taking damage. So at 7, my Plague Flail is a 3 up to hit you, but it's 3 attacks. So, and he did +1 himself, so he is still He's still 2 up to hit you there. Okay, so 2 up. To wound, though, that might be an issue. To wound is a 4, so I need 4s instead of the normal ridiculous. Yeah, that was an issue. Okay, and then the massive bile sword, which seems to be doing the most damage today.
Yeah, easily. I think it's taking out 9 orcs by themselves.
Yeah, at the very least. 2-inch reach, good there. Attack number. However, I only get 2 attacks. And to hit is 4, so now it's hitting on 3s. Okay, well that was good. And wound on 3s with that.
Oh.
So 1 wound on 3s. Now this is -2 rending, -2 rending, and it does D3 damage.
So basically, I need a 5.
Okay.
That's a 5.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
We're all tied up. Well, sort of. But
Ish.
neither of us are dead. So at the end of Battle Round 5, Nurgle emerges victorious with a minor victory because I have this one. I have this one because technically I own it and you did not get me off it. And I have that one in the back there. So I don't have all 4, but I got 3. So that's a minor victory. Now, we rolled this one out like if it had gone 6 turns. You want to tell them what happened?
So I managed to get my wog off. And I did my hero ability, so I'm thinking, wow, I got 3 dice with my fist, and then 5 attacks with my axe. We're gonna get something. He whiffs on the attacks, completely whiffs, and I seize the initiative too. So I really thought I was gonna have this. I do 2 more wounds to him. It makes him angry. Back down. I have 1 wound. I need to roll a 5 again. I rolled a 4. Not enough. The war boss goes down. So he's gonna need a new paint job. He's going to go up and see Sigmar and come back down. Oh, wait, that's the wrong story.
Ride the lightning. Ride the lightning. So that's it for this one, folks. Again, we played none of these missions.
Nope, I changed
none of those. Oh my gosh. We played the Blood and Glory mission in the new General's Handbook for Age of Sigmar. So check it out.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos,